Hey everyone, this is Aerial Royalty and today I'm bringing you a different kind of video. As with Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming out, I wanted to do a video telling you lot what I think of the Assassin's Creed series while I play Assassin's Creed 3. Hello dear. So, what do I think of Assassin's Creed as a series? Once I climb up this tree. Assassin's Creed 1 series got started. Overall I think the series is really good, but there are definitely some improvements that can be made. So, Assassin's Creed 1 is not the best game in the series, but it is the game that set the series up. So, Assassin's Creed 2. Much better, more customization, a tad bit better content. What is that? Oh, it's a beaver. So, Assassin's Creed 2, through Brotherhood and Revelations, covers Ezio's story, and, well, definitely like the amount of customization that you could do color-wise to the clothes of your character. And you gain the ability to swim, which was annoying. Hello, wolf. I need to mark this place on my map. So, yeah. They tinkered about to see what they could do with the system they had back then, which was the PlayStation 3. They did introduce a hook blade for easier climbing, but they haven't really brought that back, which sucks. And Assassin's Creed 3, which I'm currently playing, introduces animals to hunt, which is what I'm doing, which you can actually use to get money, so that's helpful. It also introduced climbing trees and sailing. Black Flag does a lot of sailing, which is number 4, because it's pirates. Which, pirates and ships, kinda understandable. Rogue is one of the games they use to transition between the PS3 and the PS4.
Yeah, man.
And was short, but also gave us the opportunity to see things from the Templars' point of view, as hence the name, we see most things from the Assassin's point of view. Unity. Rather glitchy. They were trying to push out games that pretty much was Unity Syndicate out within a year. And Ubisoft, well, failed. Okay, the games were so glitchy. I mean, patches have made them a bit better, but you cannot go through a playthrough without them being glitchy. Okay? Unity is the worst of those two. They also introduced, like, multiplayer. They were tinkering with multiplayer, so that's useful. Unity was kind of helpful. It ended the story with Juno that started in Assassin's Creed 3, but then they finished it off with the blimmin' comics, so that sucked. And then Origins. Now this is where the series gets interesting. Origins was them seeing how RPG elements would affect the series. Origins had some customization, not enough in my opinion, but it did allow you to choose which weapon, and the weapons varied to a point, and had a very linear story, which I appreciate. And then it went to Odyssey. Odyssey kinda took
Yeah, man.
too much RPG elements. Too much choice options. Too much freedom on where you go and when. It was a very linear story, which I don't think is right, because during the Animus, you're replicating history. You shouldn't be able to choose. But they could say it's due to fragmented DNA. That would make it a bit more lore-friendly. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was not that lore-friendly. I think I'm going to need to go to a new spot in a minute. And I think they realised that. But on the other hand, they're trying something new. I'll give them credit for that. They've learned from their mistakes. Odyssey had the right amount of appearance customization. You could pick your outfit and choose what, like, you could have the stats of one outfit but look like you're wearing another outfit, which I thought was great, and there was different assets to do in that. So that type of customization I'm all for, because you can choose your appearance and make use of a different armor set. But it definitely went too far with choices. I mean, sure, the 100 versus 100 battles that you're not related to the story, sure, choose them, fine. Don't have them in main story quests. So with Valhalla, it is going to be introducing a settlement mode that we can upgrade, and it's also going to be re-implementing stealth in social, which is what they did with most of the games. Not all of them, but most. And the fact that neither gender is canon is really confusing. Being able to choose your gender, fine. But at least tell us which one's canon. It does help they give the same both characters the same name. Not sure how they're making that canon, but apparently they are. Apparently we'll learn via the game. It's also going to be introducing our need, instead of healing with an ability like in Odyssey, or healing over time like in most of the other games, besides up to Revelations, I think. They're going to be introducing a foraging system. You have to find berries and other fruits, cook meals, eat fish, and do fishing in order for you to be able to heal. So that system does sound interesting for those who play a more survival-based playthroughs of games. Why have I got no animals coming towards me? I think the evolution from this type of eagle sense to true eagle sense, where you can see through the eyes of an animal, most commonly an eagle, is interesting, but also a tad confusing. There's animals. So, I am interested to see how Valhalla has been toned down since Odyssey, but at the same time, it's what are they improving? I mean, I'm loving the idea of social stealth returning, being able to climb anything that they removed in Syndicate, because Valhalla takes mostly place in England, Eastern England, I believe. I'm not that good with compass sense. And in Syndicate was the last time we got to play in England, and well, it sucked. You couldn't even jump from building to building, which you can do in virtually every other game. But to have the new foraging system is more lore-friendly way of healing. And I'm quite interested in how that's going to work and the different outfits we'll be able to wear. I mean, basically in all the trailers we've seen for Valhalla so far, it's the same outfit. Which sucks. Quite interested in seeing the story of Valhalla and how the present day will continue on from Odyssey. But Odyssey has definitely confused a lot of people. I mean, it's a great game, but it doesn't exactly scream Assassin's Creed without a hidden blade, does it? I mean, Origins, yeah, we're learning about the beginning of the Brotherhood. What does Odyssey teach us? Unless the reason behind Odyssey will be revealed in Valhalla, which is possible. So that's definitely interesting thoughts. Now, I'm not going to shun Odyssey. It is a great game. It just doesn't scream Assassin's Creed all the time. They need to work on that. But they were trying to see what players like. They found out. Possibly the hard way. They could have just popped out a survey. But I'll give them props. They wanted to try new things and they did that. And they're learning from how players react to the game that we don't like having a hidden blade taken away from us. But having more options in customization and other things in the game, definitely. Sure, we're fine with that. Give us more ways to customize our character. Okay? Give us more ways that we can kill people in this game. Because killing people in real life is not good. But I'm not going to shun Valhalla until I've played it. We can only do so much with the trailers, and it's coming out in a month or so, so I believe the release date is November 10th, which is my niece's birthday. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, I've watched Raptor, I've watched Fishy, who's a UK YouTuber like me, and I can see where they both come from. Yeah, Raptor's right, it is a good game. And it has a lot of potential. But also Fishy's right in saying it isn't true Assassin's Creed because it's not lore friendly. One, it doesn't have the hidden blade. Right? And it's meant to be history. Reliving history. Okay? Fictional history, but still history. Yeah? And we can't experience that if we're making choices. So I definitely think that at least for the main quest line, like the main story, choices should be removed. But for like side quests, sure, let us have a couple choices. They just need to find that right balance. And if they find that balance, then Odyssey and future games can be a really good series and turn around for the upcoming consoles and a way to bring in new players while still staying true. I think they're struggling to find that balance. So I'm going to give Valhalla a try, and once they do an AC1 remaster, I'll probably LP the series, but until then, well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. So that is going to be all for this episode, for this video at least, and we'll see what Valhalla is like when it comes out. Until then, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!